Hi everybody. Today I thought I would do a video on why do I ride a Harley. And the reason behind it is because after riding some of the other bikes and then finally getting onto a Harley Davidson, finally really made it true why I ride a Harley Davidson, based on the fact that it's not only just the prestige of owning a Harley, but a well-made motorcycle at that, and a very classic motorcycle. This is Electra Glide Classic. This is in 2007. As you can tell, you got variations of difference in colors. I know that a lot of motorcycles that you see on the market today, or even on the road, always seem to be a solid color. That seems to be into a preference of what the individual rider likes. Myself, I like something a little different, so I went with a two-tone. This has also been a used bike before I purchased it. The fellow that had it before me took very good care of this motorcycle, and he also added on some of the iconic different emblems of Harley Davidson, which is the G Willie series, which, as you can see, it says Harley Davidson motorcycles, and it's got the skull on it. That is the G Willie emblem. It definitely dresses up the motorcycle a great deal. This motorcycle also has a 6-speed transmission. This is also a twin cam cylinders, as well as an AM/FM CD player, cruise control. This bike is an absolute joy to ride. It runs down the road just as smooth as a kitten, rides well. It's good for long distance riding. Some of the other motorcycles I've ridden, I have noticed that they're not as comfortable. They're not made for a longer ride, although there's a lot of people that do. But from my own personal preference, I did not see that. With some of the other motorcycles, I found that the seats were kind of hard. The edges of the seats were very rigid. It felt like it was trying to cut my legs in half because it was cutting off circulation from the edges of the seat. This is one of the nicest bikes you can possibly get. There is other different Harley Davidsons to whatever happens to be to your preference. The recommendation for me would be, if you're choosing to buy a motorcycle, ride many. Find the ones that you like. Look them over, compare, and even though the prices on a Harley Davidson is fairly expensive, it's almost kind of a one-time buy. Where some of the other motorcycles, people continue to buy the next step up, the next step, the new year, or whatever it happens to be. You know, the classicness of a Harley Davidson is uncompared to any other motorcycle. We have other motorcycles that are just as nice, such as an Indian. I have never ridden an Indian. I have friends that do ride them, love them, can't get enough of them. But they also all started out with a Harley Davidson as well. Before they went to an Indian, they just figured, well, let's stay with the classics, and this is what they end up doing. They went into buying an Indian. They still have their Harleys. They still ride their Harleys. But this is what I ride. You'll see, as I will show you, that this is one of the beautiful bikes that is American made, which is one of the most important things to me to live in this country, is to have American made versus a Japanese made or a Chinese made motorcycle. You just can't beat it. Anything that's American made, made strong, been made for years. I don't believe that Harley Davidson has ever been made anyplace else but the United States. And that says a lot. For being an American patriot, or even being a good American citizen, whichever way you happen to choose to look at yourself as being. These motorcycles are great. They sound good, they sound excellent, and it's just fabulous. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start this bike up, and hopefully you'll be able to understand the sound of this motorcycle. They're original. They're an individual sound. a Harley Davidson sound. This is not a Yamaha sound, a Kawasaki sound, a Yamaha, Suzuki. This is a Harley Davidson. The Harley Davidson has got a original sound. Really, there isn't any other bike that even remotely sounds like a Harley Davidson. So I'm going to start this up, and you guys take a listen and tell me what you think. So this is just a short little blast of it. I hope that you consider this thought, that when you're looking at a motorcycle, ride many, but I think you're going to find that you're going to love a Harley Davidson. So let's start that bike up. Exactly what you see. This is one of the finest American-made products that we ever had. A Harley Davidson. One of a kind. Never duplicated, but tried to be duplicated and unsuccessful. The Harley Davidson is American-made. American strong. Can't get any more patriotic than that for a company that stands behind its product. I thank you very much. Now I'm off for a ride. I'll see y'all later. See you again on YouTube. And next time, who knows what I'll talk about. It could be almost anything. So you all have a good time. Enjoy your stay. If you're from another country. But either way, let's be American. Let's all get along. And always support the First and Second Amendment of the Constitution. As well as the Bill of Rights. God bless you. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.